versus Rams.
Seahawks versus Rams. Who pulled it out there?
The Rams, 42-7. The one thing that, if you're a Seahawks fan, should concern you is the lack of the giving of the big run plays. Todd Gurley went over 150 yards, I think, just in the receiving game, and went over 100 yards in the passing game. Is then being able to slow down running backs, because it's just not going to get easier from here, especially the week after when Ezekiel Elliott comes back from that 6-game suspension on week 16. So they are going to have a lot that they need to fix in a week, because their lack of tackling. Bobby Wagner, I think, had some injury, and he just didn't look right. None of the defense played well at all. It was just Todd Gurley running all over that defense. And Russell Wilson's offensive line got sacked 7 times. Aaron Donald had 3 sacks. All right, Paul. Aaron Donald had 3 sacks this game.
Whoa. Wow.
The defense in a whole, besides Aaron Donald, they've had 4 sacks. So all the defensive line had a big sack lunch today.
Wow. Do you happen to know what that brings Donald's total to?
I think he's close to a double-digit sack season.
Wow.
I think that the thing, if you're a Seahawks fan, also is the offensive line. They've played horrible all year. And also next week, the Cowboys are pretty much good, at every position. I mean, it hasn't shown with the record, but they're pretty good at every position. I would say they got a strong defensive line. DeMarcus Lawrence, DeMarcus Lawrence is the defensive line for the Cowboys. Aaron Donald is the defensive line for the Rams.
Right.
And that really should the offensive line should really concern you, because you got, I think it was a second-year player, Jermaine Ifedi, who's going to go up against him. And that's, it's just going to create havoc. And the lack of running game, Russell Wilson is Seattle's leading rusher by a mile.
Wow.
And I think that the lack of running game, so you put a lot of pressure on Russell Wilson. It has a higher chance of him throwing interceptions because of the lack of running game. And they have to put it in Russell Wilson's hands a lot. And
I mean, it's also, if you're looking for playoffs too and keeping everybody healthy, it's also putting Russell Wilson in a position where he's prone to get injured there, because if they are going to run the ball, it sounds like he's the one doing it, or at least the most efficiently. And if he's doing it the most efficiently, he's going for more yards. And the more yards you go downfield, the greater chance somebody's going to come along and do what they're supposed to do, and that's tackle you. And that's where the injuries happen.
Absolutely, and I think that definitely Marshawn Lynch leaving the team or retiring, and obviously came back out of retirement this year, but him leaving the team has definitely been a big loss in the running game, because they have not been able to replace him, because they got Russell Wilson, who's their Seattle leading rusher. He's over here looking like he has to play like he's Michael Vick or something like that, running the football and stuff like that. So you don't get to see the talent you want to with the lack of running game. They need to have a good running game, and it opens up good plays in the passing game. And it just did not look right at all. He did not look right. The whole team just didn't look right at all this game.
Yeah, I mean, the score shows it.
Absolutely.
Next,